Welcome to session 1 of
Yeah.
hopefully many.
Nice.
No recap today, so I'll just get stuck right into it, I think. The Forgotten Realms, or Toriel. In the southern area of the Sword Coast, east along the river from Baldur's Gate, lies the Kingdom of Eltergard, or as it's also called, the Kingdom of the Two Suns. Inside this kingdom we find Elturel with its own miniature sun floating in the sky above it, visible from throughout the kingdom 24 hours a day, 10 days a week. The miniature sun, also known as the Companion, is seen as a blessing from the gods, delivered to the city at the behest of Thavius Krieg, then a nobody, in order to save the city from a vampire infestation some 50 years ago. Now, Elturel stands as a beacon of hope and faith along the Sword Coast, with High Observer Krieg as its leader. Our tale begins in Elturel, but it also begins, as many good tales do, in a tavern. This tavern is called A Pair of Black Antlers, and you have gone there at the urging of Rhea Mantlemorn. You didn't have time for introductions before you were ushered into a private meeting room where a number of people are already in attendance. "Where the hell is Thavius Krieg?" asks an imposing man, instantly recognizable as Grand Duke Alder Ravengard. "I am tired of waiting. I have concerns in Baldur's Gate that cannot be delayed more than is necessary, and if Krieg is going to be this rude, then..." The Duke is then drowned out by many other people talking very loudly and pointedly across each other. Ontharr Froome, a paladin in the Order of the Gauntlet, pounds his fist against the table, calling the room to order. "My friends, I do thank you for gathering here today to discuss the division of wealth recovered from the Well of Dragons some 10 years ago. But that is not the only reason for this meeting, and there are other matters we may discuss in the meantime that do not require the High Observer's input." "Ah, yes, Gideon?" Gideon Lightward, High Rider of the Hell Riders, and Rhea's boss, has raised his hand. "I offer formal apologies to the Grand Duke once again. The High Observer will be with us as soon as he can. He is unavoidably detained by an urgent matter of state, but should be with us before the day is through." Ontharr Froome nods his approval before continuing. "We have received troubling reports that the Cult of the Dragon are performing rituals within Eltergard itself, perhaps even seeking to disrupt these very talks and attempt to reclaim a portion of their ill-gotten gains. Rumours point towards the Eltergard woods due north of here. Together, we can deal a swift blow to the Cult of the Dragon by attacking their forces while they scheme in our local woods. I say we put aside our squabbles for now and act. What say you?" The High Rider and the Grand Duke pause a beat before nodding their agreement. "Your Grace, I can dispatch riders from this very room if you will agree to oversee securities for these talks in their place." "Agreed." "Very well. Captain Mantlemorn, you are to lead your squad to the woods and investigate. I implore you to ensure that the squad acts in a manner befitting a Hell Rider." "Yes, sir. We will hunt down these cultists and give them give them heck, sir." You hear someone stifle a chuckle and someone else mutter, "More like heck riders, am I right?" as Rhea salutes and beckons you all to follow her outside. "I suspected something like this might happen, so I've gotten us some horses here. Sorry for not doing introductions earlier. The Duke arrived a little early, but we can do those as we ride. I'm Captain Rhea Mantlemorn, and welcome to my heck riders." So you each have been granted a riding horse. You may add those to your character sheets now, and you mount up and you get on your way. Why doesn't everyone just roll me a d20?
First roll of the campaign.
I was about to say, if I do this, so I'm stuck forever.
This is gonna go well.
Okay, so Rhea is taking the lead. She is bringing us north. She is a young teenage captain, about 16 or so, with dark but not black skin and red hair, wearing the livery of the Hell Riders. Following on from her, next in the train is Mike's character. Why don't you introduce yourself to the rest of the group in character, and then also tell us what you look like, or vice versa.
I was going to do the second one. So, I am a tiefling, a somewhat hellish-looking tiefling, sort of red, evil-looking eyes, kind of bearing sort of paladin-looking armor but it's kind of worn and sort of patchwork with the Hell Riders stuff that's sort of been put over it. And then, hello friends, I am Zados, and I ride with you today, for we slay the enemies. All of the enemies before us shall die. And then he'll look to Rhea. Is that right? Is that what we're doing?
If appropriate.
Okay, we shall ride into battle, and if appropriate, slay all enemies before us. There we go. Cool.
Next in the train is Brad's character.
Ooh, nice. So he is a dragonborn, a black dragonborn, though his face appears to have been painted, or maybe there's a coloration there that is entirely like bone white. He has very gaunt, very very skeletal-like features across his entire body. He wears quite dark clothes as well, and he looks like he's wearing like fur-lined coats and things. Probably far too warm for this area, but it doesn't seem to bother him. And he has on his on his satchel, like his back, is like a long staff that kind of sits just behind his horse. And he doesn't seem to be very comfortable, given he's about 7.5 foot tall. And so on the horse, it just looks ridiculous. This great giant of a man, very thin though, very like wiry. And he kind of turns and just goes, "My name is Sen. I hope to get to know all of you better in the long rides. Yes."
Then next in the line we have Rich's character.
So Delwyn is a winter Eladrin. However, he has tones of orange along his skin. He's very young, and his main sort of he's wearing a cloak. He's wearing a winter cloak. He's wearing armor. But the main distinctive thing you notice about him is do you know Death Stranding? Any of you? If not, I will post the key
I know
art.
of it.
Was that the Hideo Kojima one?
Yeah. But the main character carries around with him. Let me just stick it into chat.
Does he have a baby in a tank?
He does have a baby in a tank. And in an orange glass. So very similar to that, Delwyn has a plant, an orange plant in a glass. And it's connected to a breathing apparatus. He doesn't breathe from it. He doesn't need to breathe from it, so it's just kind of dangling down from him. But that's kind of the main thing you notice when he's carrying this jar with this plant inside of it. And he turns to who have we had so far? Sorry, I'll remember your names eventually.
Zados.
Sen.
He turns to Zados and Sen, as well met. We are here to do your job, and we will get this job done. I'll hear nothing more of it.
Well said.
Very well.
And then finally bringing up the rear, we have Joe's character.
Yeah, he's a tall, dark green lizard folk with a sort of a red crest going down from his just tip of his forehead down, sort of all the way down his spine. He's decked out in chainmail, sort of a few bits of sort of what would approach plate, but only what looks to have sort of been scavenged. He's got a pair of shields sort of hung over the flanks of the horse, and has an axe at his side. He looks sort of pretty rough and well-travelled, and he has on the sort of chest piece of his armor, he has a red knight chest piece, and he says, "Hey,
Man, a few words.
I'm Dagomir."
Oh, just a bit slow then.
As you're riding along, you get to the edge. I mean, you were fairly near the edge of the city already, and you head to. Well, you're heading out of the city now, and you can see a couple of guards posted on the road. One of whom just appears wearing the normal Hellride livery. The other one's a werebear, He just stood there, and as he sees you approach, he raises his hand and goes, Dagomir, good luck on the road, eh?
Yeah, Dimitri.
And you ride on out.
Friend of yours?
Brother.
Ah, I have one of those back home. He still helps round the house.
Where is home?
Far to the east. Far, far to the east. In the lands of Fae. Don't worry, I'm not one of those.
I come from Zental Keep.
Ah, I'm not from here. I don't exactly know where that is.
It is also to the east.
Ah, good. You have lovely bone structure.
Thank you. I grew it myself.
I can see that. And everyone's creeped out. Well,
I'm fine.
Dag looks probably more amused than creeped out.
that's fair.
So, just outside the city, you're passing a majestic weeping willow tree atop a small hill with a serene view of Elturel. An elderly priest of Lathander is officiating the wedding of a young couple. The young couple approach the group and say, "Oh, excuse me, Miss, sirs, would you be happy to come and witness our final wedding vow?" Oh, tell you what, you head on back and I'll explain the custom to these four. Of course, thank you. And then they turn around, they go back to the priest. Rhea turns in the saddle and says, "In Elturel, it is customary to invite strangers to witness a newly married couple's commitment to their union. I am perfectly happy to go and witness this. Would you like to join me?"
Why did they say final wedding vow?
Well, the final vow in the ceremony.
Oh, I assumed they were going to die.
Eventually, one day.
Are we
When-
required to join in?
No, you just there to observe.
I thought our mission was critical, important.
It is, but we also have to act in a manner befitting the Hell Riders, and that involves observing the traditions, keeping the culture of Elturel strong.
See. Culture is important.
Indeed, you do not have to join in if you do not wish. If you wish to remain here, then please feel free to do so. Could we ask you to look after the horses?
I'll come with you.
I shall follow, and I shall see to it that the culture is guarded
Uh,
and enforced.
Sure.
Dial it back a bit, Zados.
Okay.
So, Delwyn's left with the horses, is he?
No, he will come.
Okay.
I suppose I have no choice.
Dag will dismount and sort of walk his horse as opposed to riding. If it's
Yeah. Rhea does the same.
Always have a choice.
I'll fully see.
So, yes, you approach the two. They are both. The two are gently holding hands, and when Rhea lines you all up as witnesses, she smiles and nods, and the two smile back and turn to each other and say, they begin to recite their final vow in unison. "Before the morning Lord Lathander and those here today, I commit to you now and always, until we return to his endless light." The priest smiles and closes his book, bows, and then takes a step back, turns around, and then walks away. The couple then turn to you and go, "Thank you ever so much," and give each of you a flower, a lily, a white lily, for one for each of you.
white lilies symbolize death.
Do they?
Yes, they do. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was the most wedding-like flower I could think of.
No.
Flowers at
Nice.
Delafonte's at our wedding.
That's what Delafon's at your wedding, is it?
Possibly. I know she likes them.
Well, let's go
Yeah.
with white lilies anyway then. I couldn't think of another flower off the
So,
top of
yeah.
my head.
So like Sen goes, they are going to die then.
Thankfully, by this point, they're lost in each other's eyes and
Um,
lips.
Dag will go over to the horse and pick up one of the shields off the flank of the horse. It looks like it's sort of made of some kind of scraped hide, and the back, the shield handle on the back appears to be just a whole femur. Probably not humanoid, but possibly. And he goes over to the couple and says, "For the offspring,
Oh, thank you very much.
discuss
Ooh.
gifts."
Gifts are not necessary, but very much appreciated. Thank you ever so much. Sorry, your name was?
Dagomir.
Dagomir. Thank you, Dagomir. Then they look at the shield properly and look back up at you with a raised eyebrow.
Oh, I have a gift.
Oh,
And he pulls out a raven skull that has like been carved, intricately designed with like resin burnt, like melted into it. Here.
oh, thank you. That's quite beautiful. Oh, a little creepy.
What was that? And he's towering over them. He's like 7.5 foot tall, just staring down at them.
Oh, just remarking
this
on the
is-
way the light hit the what is this resin?
Yes.
Oh, it's just spectacular. Thank you so much.
Dag will turn to Sen and say, "They said it was beautiful but creepy.
Oh,
That fits
that's
with your whole thing."
that's fine.
Sorry, meant no offense.
He tries to smile, and it
Just
looks
keeping it
worse.
Thank you. Thank you. They start trying to back away now.
Zados, observing this, approaches them and sort of bows an apology and says, "I am so sorry. I did not realize that bringing bones was mandatory. I have none to give. I do apologize." And he
That
sort of-
is quite all right. The bones are not mandatory.
Oh, okay then. And then he'll go back and return to the rest of the, Rhea.
You return to Rhea to see her stifling a laugh. Thank you, everybody. That was I can only applaud your efforts. That couldn't have gone better. I feel. Shall we be off?
Yes, let's go now.
She remounts and you carry on. So you're traveling for maybe about 5 minutes at a decent pace on the horses. Can everyone roll me a... Oh, sorry. What's everyone's passive perception?
13.
13.
15.
Ooh.
What was Zados's?
13.
Okay, so all of you have a passive perception of 12 or higher then.
Yeah.
So all of you can hear a voice calling for help in the distance, along with the sound of growling animals.
Dag unslings a short bow from his back and knocks an arrow to it. "Let's go!" Hits the reins.
Okay, yep.
Very well.
Rhea
Set.
turns her horse and joins in.
Send cast false life.
Okay.
Immediately.
Necromancy spells. Didn't see that coming.
Such a boy.
I'll draw my pike and charge with the group.
As we get closer, I will cast this spell, which you can tell me how it's pronounced, because I'm not going to even attempt it.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Lady.
There you go, that one.
Shillelagh.
Great spell.
All right, let's have some initiative rolls, shall we?
Fuck.
7. Ooh. Thanks.
So 22 for Delwyn, 7 for Sen.
Yep.
4 for Zados.
Yep.
And 13 for Dag.
Yep. It's weird not having a +9 to initiative anymore. Not that it ever helped much.
So you guys will be coming in from the north.
Oh yeah.
What is? Oh, it's a tiny wolf.
It's 3 big wolves and 1 tiny one.
So 3 adult white wolves and a little black wolf.
Ah.
Can we see anyone who might have been calling for help?
You can see someone in the tree.
Ah.
The wolves appear to be circling the tree. So, everyone array yourself on the top line, please. Now, a riding horse has a speed of 60 feet.
It does.
So, you'll probably be able to get there on your turns.
Okay.
And first up is Delwyn.
Music is very inappropriate.
There's music.
I can hear music.
Yeah, I've got music playing.
Hmm.
Very jolly music.
It's very jolly.
Bear with me. I've not heard any music. I see what's
Got the wrong feed selected or wrong output.
wrong output. Right. Let me just do some of this. Okay. Is there any penalty for casting spells on a horse?
Nope.
I've never
Nope.
had to do it before. Cool. And you said have a riding speed of
60
60.
feet.
That's like so a standard move action would be a 60 feet
Yep.
movement. Cool. Okay. I will. Yeah. Cool. I'll go to about here.
An action to dismount out of curiosity.
Half your movement.
Yeah.
Half movement.
Can this one make a con save, please?
14.
Oh, wow, it succeeds. Therefore, nothing happens. So you see the plant in the bottle sort of invigorate and glow a bit more orange, and the wolf glows orange as well, or a little mist around him glows orange, but nothing happens, sadly.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
You say it's an action to dismount, right?
No, half your movement speed.
Oh, half my move. Okay, so
I think it's half of your movement speed. So if you still have half of your movement speed remaining from the horse, you can dismount.
But your movement speed is 30 feet, so you've used that already, I think.
You need to have 15 left.
Oh, yeah.
15 of the horse's movement. I've moved. Me and the horse have moved 35 feet. That means I technically have 25 feet of movement left. Does that mean I can dismount?
No, because it's if you have already moved more than your speed, you don't have any of your speed.
Oh, got you. Thank you. Sorry. That's me done.
I was actually reading about mount speeds earlier.
Cool. Well, in that case, you can put that to good use. It's now Dagomir's turn.
Okay. Yeah, he will ride to there and yeet a javelin at this one.
Okay, roll to hit.
I shall. Where are my javelins? There we go. 22 to hit.
That hits.
4 piercing damage. And I believe...
That's the end of your turn.
Come on then! How far did I move there? I moved 35. Fuck it. I move up to there and bite it. I lean down out of the saddle. He looks like he's probably quite comfortable on a horse, like maybe military training, as he leans down and just...
Okay, do your attack then.
I shall. 20.
Hits.
I deal 4 piercing damage. He's just got blood sort of dripping out the corner of his mouth as he starts sort of chewing on the bit of wolf he's got.
Okay, well, it's now that wolf's turn.
Yep, that checks out.
Actually, no, I'll say it's that wolf's turn.
I get temporary hit points, yay.
Okay, and it has advantage on this, so that's 17 or... Okay, yes, that's 17 to hit.
No.
Really?
Okay, Mal and shield.
Fair enough.
Elbow at shield.
The next one, 21 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 5 damage.
Ow. Okay, yep.
And then the final one, 23 to hit
Yep.
for another 5 damage.
I'm unconscious. Hope people have healing.
It's now Sen's turn.
Healing is for the weak.
He did have lovely bones, though. And then Sen will ride to here and spit acid down this line from
Sure.
his mouth.
Deck saves, is it?
I think. Yes. No. What? Yes. Dexterity saving throw.
Well-
Yeah, it's Dex.
First
Yeah.
one gets a 20.
That's success.
Second one gets a 6.
That's a fail. So, boop. Apparently, I rolled it twice. The usual saying. 5 damage for the one who failed. 2 for the one who succeeded. And then Sen will get off his horse. Oh no, can he do that? Yes, he can. So he get off the horse and then.
That's half your movement, though, isn't it? To get off the horse.
To dismount.
Oh, okay, so I can. So I've moved 60 feet. That's it.
Yeah.
He like, and just acid spills out of his mouth down the line. Ugh. I won't be doing that again anytime soon. Oh, one of them died.
Yeah, you got one of them.
I must save the bones for later.
Maybe they'll make a good wedding gift to someone.
Yes. Maybe.
It's now Zados's turn.
So was the riding horse 60 feet? Did you say?
Yeah.
60 feet, yes.
Not really. So I'm gonna charge to there, and can I get that one with the pike?
You said you got reach on the pike, so yes.
24 to hit for 10 piercing damage. Be gone, foul beasts.
Okay, you almost you've almost killed that one with a single blow.
Yes.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so Rhea, how far can she get? Boop, and well, that'll hit. Just check for crit. No, okay, so that's a 19 total for 4 damage, and a 13 total for 6 damage, and yep, splat. It's now Delwyn's turn.
This one not do anything.
That one is a black runt type thing compared to the others, and it's just slinking there, just staring on wide-eyed.
I meant to ask, do they all look like they're the same species? Like, do these look like they're the pack of the little one?
Roll me a. It wouldn't be animal handling. Survival, I guess.
Nature.
Nature. There we go. Nature.
13.
A wolf's a wolf's a wolf.
Mhm.
Maybe this particular species is black when they're a pup, and when they grow their full coat, it's white. That sounds like something that could happen. And then let's see that. She hits. And then the young girl in the tree yells, "I'll be making fur coats out of you yet!" and hurls a rock at the wolf. Cracks it on the skull, dealing 1 damage.
Is that how much health it had left?
And that's how much health it had left.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can now see sitting up in the tree is a fiery young girl. She's about 12 feet off the ground, and she's wearing a colourful rainbow scarf that bristles in the wind as she was throwing the rocks.
I attempt to stabilize Joe's character.
Much obliged.
Yes, you can.
Is that a medicine check?
Yes.
50.
Stable.
Yep.
Baal shall not take you today, friend.
Oh.
Ooh.
Baal, the god of murder.
Mike is pronounced Baal.
Baal. Apologies.
It was about to
Sorry. How
Sorry, I
is it
just realised we talked about this a lot, but I don't think I've ever actually told you the name out loud.
Is it Baal?
Ball.
Baal.
Baal. Baal shall not take you today, friend.
So we'll get off the horse
Oh,
and
yeah.
start examining the wolf, especially the acid killed one. It's like looking at the bones. Good. I'll need this. And he just picks up the wolf with one hand and puts it on the horse.
Now I know how weird it was when Sam was collecting body parts.
This is weirder, I think.
We'll call
I'll
it.
need this. The runty black wolf is just warily edging away.
Where are you going? Come, little dog. Come here. I pull a bit of ration out and throw it at the ground.
Can I have an animal handling check, please?
Sure.
Oh, before you...
It always very weirdly rolls. Okay.
Yeah, so were you using your inspiration point for this?
No. But the first roll would have been 5 and 5, so it wouldn't have
Oh yeah, okay.
mattered.
Do we get an inspiration? Do we start with inspiration?
Sorry,
I
yes,
forgot about
something
that.
that I forgot to bring up at the start of the session. You will be starting every session with a point of inspiration.
Andy.
Cool.
Is that like the full I can transfer it to someone else point? Or
Yeah.
is it like the. No?
Yep, it's a full point of full inspiration. Because you inspire me so much, all of you.
Yeah.
It's not because you're going to need it. At all.
I was going to say, that's a Akbar moment right there.
So, yeah, the wolf looks hungrily at the food, but then looks back up at you and just starts backing away even more.
As it's backing away. No, he wouldn't do that. No, never mind.
Right, well, if no one else does anything, then it goes away.
Okay.
Why do I feel like we've lost a pet?
I would do something, but I'm hell unconscious.
Oh, sorry. Whilst this is all going on, Rhea pours a potion of healing down your throat.
Oh. He spits out a big glob of like wolf flesh and his own blood.
So that's
2d4 plus 2.
okay. So that's 6 hit points you get back.
Excellent.
So yeah, the wolf is almost out of sight.
Hmm.
Sorry, Joe, I'd forgotten you're unconscious. The first thing Rhea would have done would be to
Fair.
pour that healing potion down your throat before you have to make death saves. But then again, you got stabilized, so
If Dag is conscious before the wolf starts backing away, he'll cut a bit of flesh out of one of the wolves and toss that, see if fresh meat might be more appetizing.
Oh, jeez.
give me an animal handling
Fresh
check.
blood. 10.
No, it spooks at the fact that it just saw you carve up another wolf and toss the meat at it, and it just bolts.
Eh.
And that is the pet direwolf you could have had.
Sentimental.
Oh man.
So once that wolf is gone, the young girl climbs down from the tree and goes, "Cool, thank you, misters. I'm Grace, and I'm
Australian?
a little bit bonza. I can't do the Cockney urchin accent to save my life.
Cool, mister. Give us a quid. Be more important, Ed.
But she does actually ask you for a quid. Could you possibly spare some coin? I'm trying to save up to be able to afford to enter the academy in Alterel.
To do what?
To become a great scholar. Hang on. And she does a very loud whistle, and then you see coming from round behind a bush, you see a donkey lumbering slowly towards her. This is Lonky the donkey. Lonky the donkey is missing its left eye and its right ear. So yeah, don't suppose you could spare some coin?
Have a silver.
Much obliged, thank you, sir.
Puts it in her hand as slow as possibly can. Just presses it in there. Yeah. There you go. Do you want any of these? He picks up one of like the acid burned direwolf.
No, I think that's that's all yours, mate.
Yeah, she's not getting married. She does not require the skeleton.
Good.
I'll take the other.
Oh. On the horse.
As this is happening, Dag has a dagger out and he's just cutting bits off of the wolf and eating.
Is that
You
you
want-
regaining hit points?
No.
Oh, wait, no, you can only do that once per short rest, isn't that right?
Yeah. I actually had my temporary hit point when all my hit points disappeared.
Ah,
Yeah.
You want the bones?
Maybe bones, skin,
Oh.
hide.
All right.
Rhea reaches into her coin pouch and pulls out a gold piece and flicks it to the girl. Here you go. She catches it and goes, "It's more than I earned all year." And she reaches up to a scarf and just pulls out a single rainbow-coloured thread and gives it to Rhea. "If you return this to me after I become a famous scholar, I'll give you one free lesson of your choice."
Upon seeing not what the girl's done, but upon seeing what Freya did, I will also.
Rhea, there's no F at the end of the name.
Oh, Freya, sorry.
No,
Rhea.
there is no F.
Oh, Rhea.
Rhea.
Good lord. Names apparently are not my strong suit. Right, Rhea. Upon seeing what she's done, I'll then also hand the girl a gold coin.
"Oh, cool, thank you, mister." And then she pulls you out a thread as well.
Thank you.
This is an interesting thing because Joe very much wants to give money, but Dag is poor and also would not give this girl money.
So you have a rainbow thread now.
Exchange gold for rainbow thread.
If saving your life does not earn me a thread, then I don't know what will. You will not get any coin from me.
I killed the last one myself.
Has a point.
Haydos is visibly frustrated.
The girl apparently doesn't like silver. He's like wearing silver. Like his clothes are trimmed in silver. Like the color, not the metal.
Yeah, I was about to say that's expensive.
Well, Grace mounts Lonky the donkey and starts trundling off. "Thanks again.
How far do you have to go?
Just back to Elturel."
How far is that?
There was like 5 minutes ride away.
Okay. I'll give her a javelin. Just stick something with that if anything else attacks you.
How much is a javelin worth?
Not a gold.
Fair enough.
What
Uh,
was the what?
2 gold.
Oh. Hmm. It's not a gold though, so she only
That's fine.
she only gives you the scarf if.
Also,
Oh yeah.
I made
Also,
it.
she actually shed a tear when she got given the gold.
What did she say her name was? Sorry,
Grace.
Grace. Oh,
So no,
Life-
say 5 minutes. Well, I think this was about 10 minutes.
Life lesson for
This would be 5 minutes. Sorry.
life lesson for you. If you see a wolf, stab it.
A good life lesson to be sure. Anyway, shall we be off?
Yes.
Rhea mounts up on the horse and heads towards the woods. It's another 15 minutes riding north.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you reach there without incident. Rhea dismounts and ties the horse at the edge of the woods.
Yeah, do the same.
I shouldn't leave these out, though. Something will come and eat them. He just waves his hand, and a 5-foot cube of dirt just moves itself out the way to create a grave, and then he puts the 2 wolves in the grave, and then covers it over again. I'll be back for those later.
I'm really glad that was the wolves she did that to, and not the riding horses.
Okay, can I please have a history check from anyone who wants to?
13.
16.
Okay, Delboy doesn't get it. I'm sorry, Delwyn doesn't get it. I realised that was wrong as I said it. Delwyn doesn't get it. The other 3, however, recall tales of yore about an evil druid conclave that used these woods to conduct gruesome rituals of human sacrifice.
Oh.
And anyone who wants to can give me a nature check.
7.
16.
Well, Sen gets it. This forest is suitable terrain for... Oh, Delwyn also gets it, as does Zados, because you all got 16, yeah. The forest is suitable terrain for owls, giant owls, and owl bears.
I do want to see an owl bear. I imagine their skulls are quite interesting.
Yes, but remember, they are not the main reason we are here. Let's head a little bit deeper. And Rhea leads you all deeper into the woods until you arrive at a small natural path. And it's fairly obvious the path was recently travelled. Several branches are broken and the grass leading into the woods is disturbed as if someone walked over it. Would any of you happen to be proficient trackers at all?
I can never go.
Please, if you wouldn't mind. I mean, stealth and tracking are not my strong suits.
17.
So yeah, everyone can make a survival roll if they wish. That said, the 17 is enough for everything.
Yeah, if Sen sees Dagomir doing tracking, he's like, this is not my forte.
Okay, so a successful DC 10 survival check reveals 5 distinct humanoid footprints on the path. The footprints are several hours old and head deeper into the woods. A successful DC 13 survival check also reveals that there is a small hidden creek nearby, and you theorize that you could travel up the creek to gain advantage on stealth checks due to the noise from the rushing water. And a DC 15 check reveals all that, but wait, there's more. Additionally, characters spot 3 sets of humanoid footprints along the sides of the hidden creek. These footprints appear to be fresh, made within the last 2 hours.
5 people going that way. 3 over there in the creek heading the same way. You agree? He'll turn to Delwyn, who he's presumably seen having a look as well.
I concur.
Good.
Oh, one is following the other.
Maybe.
Interesting.
We'd have cover from the main path if we went up the creek, though.
Well, I clank quite a bit when I move, so
Likewise.
I'm in favour of the creek.
Okay.
Get my toes wet, but I suppose it's fine.
So you... Sorry, what was that?
The 8 sets of footprints, do they all look adult humanoid?
Yes.
Oh, it's all dark.
It would help if I was on the right layer.
Grab a drink quickly while it's loads in.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
It's still presumably sort of midday time.
Yeah.
Cool.
But there's also the fact that the it's never dark here.
Oh, of course, because of the other sun
The
Yes.
companion.
companion.
Give me a few minutes.
Sure.
Sure.
In that case, I'll be right back as well.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I think I forgot to do the dynamic lighting for this.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh well. Give me a second. Yeah, no one move.
I mean, no one's here.
I mean, I can only see a short way ahead of us. If that's worried about. Oh no!
Eee.
Now I can see everything. I've minimized, so I could only see a short distance, and now I can see the entire map.
What do your elf eyes see? Everything.
Well, I'm also going to go fix myself a drink.
Sure.
If I'd remembered to do the dynamic lighting for this, then things would be a little bit different. Actually, instead of going and making a drink, I could just do that real quick, couldn't I?
Yeah, it's a rich.
I mean, it was originally, so for me it was working, so I could only see a short area.
Okay,
Oh.
now I can see a sort of slice.
Yeah,
through-
same for me. Oh,
Yeah.
slices are appearing. Out of curiosity, how does Fog of War work within Roll20?
In the base Roll20, it's basically you start with Fog of War enabled across the whole map, and then you can select tool to uncover areas.
Okay, so it doesn't automatically uncover as people.
No.
Not unless you get the premium one, which is what I'm using here, thanks to Brad's very generous donation to the cause, I guess.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I did all this prep months ago.
Yeah.
Completely forgot that I hadn't done all the prep that I should have been doing.
Bojo announcement time.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Well, we can take a we can take a few minutes recess whilst we wait for our arsewipe in chief to tell us we're all fucked.
Ooh.
Of course, now that I've set up the dynamic lighting, I am going to go and make myself a drink real quick. Back in a second, guys. Sorry.
No worries.
So, who's got deep, dark secrets to keep?
Real life or in game?
In game. Unless you've got anything particular on your chest.
On my chest, no. Just don't go digging in my garden.
Might I find a pair of wolves?
Let's say wolves, yes. Can you tell the difference between a wolf skeleton and a human skeleton?
Yes.
Then don't go digging in my garden.
Although we had a sort of revolving system of one person being missing at a time. As soon as Rich gets back, I'm off, so. Hello.
Oh, is that okay? So it takes you about 15 minutes to travel by foot along the creek to this area.
Hmm.
Can I please have stealth checks from everybody, and you have advantage, or you have a cancelled disadvantage?
Wait, roll.
9.
10.
Oh, because it's got an automatic 9.
Why is it grayed out?
Just roll it.
Because
I should be rolling with disadvantage.
right, yes.
It cancels. It's showing me the.
Mm-hmm. The left one is always the first roll, though.
Yes. Oh, and need to.
Should I be seeing
Oh.
anything in the map?
Mm-hmm.
Can you not?
Nope.
Bollocks.
Need to refresh.
Oh, okay.
Or you haven't given vision. One of the two.
No, apparently his token is missing its vision.
Hmm.
Annoyingly.
And that'll do it.
You know, in Roll20, you can choose who you're rolling as.
Yes.
Why can I also roll as a fire snake?
I saw that and chose not to comment.
Oh, okay.
All fire. Did someone say all fire snake party?
Ah.
Yes. Fire snake.
Mm.
Can't board the fire snake train, Brad.
No.
Join us, Brad. It's warm.
Can all swim in lava.
Yeah.
Or ride on top. I don't know.
I have now removed the ability for you all to be fire snakes.
Oh.
Now I don't want to swap back to Dag because if I swap back, I'll never be able to be a fire snake
That's the
again.
thing. I'm still a fire snake until I choose not to be.
Boy, I sure hope there isn't something that feeds on fire snakes coming up. Let me just go
It
into
is.
the old monster manual real quick.
Oh, it's not that. Receive them. May only leave their homes to shop for essentials, to go to work, to cannot work from home.
Poor job of summarizing.
Okay, can you see now, Rich?
I can.
Hooray, can everyone see?
Yes.
I can't see the whole map, but I can see what's in front of me.
Okay, and I was doing a stealth roll. Okay, well that's a 20 total.
Ooh.
So with with 3 successes and 2 failures, that is a passed group check.
Ooh.
Okay, so R3. A shallow creek runs through this ancient druidic circle. A pathway through the forest leads to the west, so that you can see a path there and a path there, and you can also see the origin of the creek there.
Does the creek flow the way we came?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can see there is a female cultist, not a dragon cultist.
Ah.
She is screaming praises to Bane, the god of tyranny, as she holds a dragon cultist underwater in the creek. You can also see a second dragon cultist off to the side, lying lifelessly against a stone pillar, their ribs caved in, presumably by the mace that is by the Bane cultist's side.
How deep is the creek?
2 foot deep?
Okay, so it's not enough to swim in.
No,
Okay,
it's about enough to drown a man.
noted.
So,
Do we want to roll initiatives? But you apparently have not been noticed yet.
Mm.
another 4?
That's better.
That's much better. Okay, so we have Sen on 13, Delwyn on 6, Zados on 4, and Dagamir on 16.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently we've still got Nukta and Cast and everyone in that turn order.
Yeah.
I'll just get rid of the whole thing. Okay, Dagamir is up first.
Hold a javelin and motion to everyone else to attack on signal.
Okay, next is Sen.
He looks at the woman. He'll ready a Toll of the Dead to go after the first person hits them.
Okay.
Pulls out like a small bone bell.
Rhea hefts her heavy crossbow and holds an action to fire when everyone else attacks. Del's turn.
I will hold a spell.
Which spell?
Infestation.
Okay. And finally, Zados, who is given the nod by Rhea to go. Mike, you're muted.
Oh,
Yeah.
apologies. Hello. Can people hear me now?
Yes.
Cool. Sorry about that. Yeah. Can I go charging into the water and stab her in the face?
Sure.
I guess that's a signal. Throw him a javelin.
Wisdom saving throw.
Would I count as hidden?
Yes.
I'll come at that angle actually. No. Because I want to go around the dragon cultist. So there. Sorry.
So we'll go with we'll resolve Mike's first because that's the signal. So you 21 to hit, 13 damage. That hits.
Sweet. Yeah, that is.
Okay, let's go for Dagomir next.
22 to hit, 8 damage.
Okay, Sen, you are tolling the dead.
Yep. Wisdom saving throw.
15.
That's a success. No damage. Bell tolls for no one.
Okay, Delwyn.
On save, please.
Con save.
Mhm.
8.
Oh, fail.
Does it do at least 1 damage?
Yes.
Just to add insult to injury, because you had the action held, that's a miss. So Rhea's crossbow just sails where that Fist of Bane's shoulder would have been had she not fallen down lifeless.
Yeah. Can we hear anyone else moving ahead?
Can I
I-
see this?
Give me perception checks.
Okay.
Zados and Delwyn are able to tell that there is someone doing something to the west and someone doing something to the northwest-ish, but more north than west. And then once they've pointed it out, you can peer through and see there is something happening on top of that hill there.
Does it look ritually?
It looks a little bit ritually, yes.
Sorry, I can't actually. Where's the hill? Is that to the north?
That way, I think.
So, oh,
The hill, that is a raised. That's a raised bit of ground.
sorry. Only because of where I'm currently stood, I can only really see this area.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Yes. Okay. Well, peering through this gap, you can see there is a hill over here
Ah, yeah. So if I
with a large stone altar sat atop the small hill, surrounded by 3-foot deep water. Water is difficult terrain of creatures of small and medium size, and there is a cloaked and hooded figure. Appears to be interrogating. Sorry, is wearing a skull mask. And it appears to be interrogating a dragon cultist on an altar with a long knife. Zados, you recognize this as a Baal cultist.
So the cultist is the one doing the interrogating.
The Baal cultist is interrogating the dragon cultist.
Cool, I'm off. Yeah. So upon seeing this, I just run towards. So,
Well, we'll go
so
back
many
into
bodies.
initiative rounds again.
yeah.
We'll
okay.
keep the same rolls,
Okay.
but you'll get another surprise round.
There's so many bodies. I need to wait. I'm not done.
Later.
Oh.
Okay, it's Dagomir's turn.
keep-
Okay, I'm going to move to here. I'm going to tap Zados on the shoulder and go, "You're an idiot. A brave idiot, but an idiot." And cast Heroism.
What mechanically? What does that do?
It gives you hit points at the beginning of each of your turns, I think. I should double check.
So,
Heroism. A willing creature I touch is imbued with bravery until spends. It's immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spell casting ability modifier at the start of each of your turns. When the spell ends, target loses any remaining temporary hit points from the spell. Yeah, that's it.
What is your spellcasting modifier?
For this one, Wisdom, so +1. But like if you go down, for example, you'll wake up again with a temporary hit point.
Handy.
Yeah.
And it's at the start of every one of my.
The start of
every
each of
one
your turns, yeah.
turns. Okay.
Each of your turns, yeah, and then
sorry, clarification: at each of Mike's turns or each of Joe's turns?
for heroism, at the start of each of
The targets or the casters?
at each of its turns.
Okay, yeah, that's
Mike's
presumably the
turns,
targets. Yeah.
Every time Mike starts a turn, he gains a temporary hit point. But obviously, they don't stack. It's just you gain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It replenishes it if it's depleted.
Okay, Sen's turn.
Well, they haven't noticed us yet. They're very far. How far are they? 45. Okay, cool.
Oh, by the way, Mike, do you have a ranged weapon?
Yes.
Can you reach anyone with that ranged weapon?
It's the long distance shot, whatever that means.
Okay, if I cast a spell on you, you can make an attack with a attack as a reaction.
Oh, handy.
Sorry, I forgot to mention.
Does
this No, go ahead.
Up to you, you just can.
Yeah, but does that have to be a ranged attack?
It can be any kind of attack.
Cool.
One weapon attack.
This person here, what are they standing on?
Sorry, which person?
This one, the one doing the torturing.
Oh, it's just stood on the hill, whilst the other cultist is lying flat on a stone bench.
Oh, okay, so it's like loose ground.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just for future reference. Sen will hold an action to cast Toll the Dead when one of these two attacks the thing.
Okay. Next is Rhea's turn. What is the range on her crossbow? It's 100, 400. Okay, yep, she will... I'll tell you what. That cultist just gets washed downstream slightly. That one goes with it. Rhea's going to stand right there. Right there. Just going to, like, straddle the stream slightly.
Okay.
So she can get a sight line. Actually, yeah, that'll do. And she will ready her heavy crossbow to attack the Night Blade. The Night Blade of Baal. Now it's Delwyn's turn.
He'll cast Shalala and get as close as he can to start charging in. My furthest spell is 30 feet, so I can't hang around in here, unfortunately, and cast something.
Okay, then Zados' turn.
So, at what point does it count as difficult terrain?
This water here.
So I can get to about there, which I will. So 5, 15, 20, 25. I've got 30 feet of movement, so presumably I can't move any further.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to throw my hand axe at him because it's 20 feet. That's just a normal. Is it just the same roll if it's thrown?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so 23 to hit.
That'll hit. 5
So
slashing
5.
damage.
Yep. And then as a bonus action, I'd like to throw the other hand axe, but obviously, so 13 to hit.
That one wouldn't be 13 though.
I thought it was just the damage dice that I didn't add.
Oh, I believe you're correct. Yes.
Yeah, you add your proficiency to hit, but you don't add it to damage. So
Yeah, so it's just if it
6.
does hit, it's 6 damage.
Okay.
And then as my reaction,
You killed him.
Oh, okay.
He had 11 hit points and you did 11 damage in a single action.
Sen's
pair of
like
actions.
done rung his bell again. Oh, damn.
Sorry, you sounded the undead version of Winnie the Pooh there.
Which is very well.
I mean the undead version.
Oh.
All right. Presumably that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I've run, I've thrown everything I have at him. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Well, bursting from the trees
Excellent.
is another Night Blade of Baal.
Ooh.
What's your AC, Mike?
16.
Yeah, that's a 16.
Cool. Well, not cool, but you know.
And because you're within 5 feet of it, you have vulnerability to piercing damage, unless you
Oh.
have resistance or immunity to such damage.
I do not.
Okay, in that case, you take 10 points of piercing damage
Yikes.
as it runs up and jabs you in the gut with a knife, and then looks at you and looks down at your armor, and then back up at you curiously, going, "Traitor." Now it's Dagomir's turn.
Told you he was an idiot. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, friend. I
Huh?
can't quite get to flank. I think I can get to there, but that won't be flanking, will it?
Nope.
Okay, I'll hit him with the axe.
Okay, roll to hit.
So come to try again. There we go.
go.
16 to hit.
That hits.
4 slashing damage.
Ah.
As a bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word on Mike.
Excellent.
On Zados, sorry.
Yeah.
So you regain 4 hit points, and if you wish to, you can make an attack as a reaction.
I haven't used my reaction because he died in the first volley of.
Yeah.
Excellent. I
I choose him. I choose this guy.
Did that Okay, well that's
That's
12
the damage.
but it's okay. It's not going to roll to hit. Okay, fine. So 12 to hit.
12 is
No.
enough to hit.
So 12 slashing damage.
Yeah. Basically, as I slash him with the axe, I just hook his arm and pull him off balance and open up the guard for you to go in and twat him one.
Well, that's all
And
of my spells.
you bisect him.
Ooh, nice.
They are evil and prayers.
On
All
my turn, I will point at the dragon cultist. Hey, you! Don't fucking move. Cool, that's me.
Okay. Well, we can drop out of combat rounds for the moment. Rhea moves up into the central
Guess-
clearing.
Yeah, I guess we'll come in.
Then we'll begin moving the bodies out of the creek. I
Yeah,
need
you got to rescue
later.
those ones before they get washed away.
Yes.
Is this one dead?
He's too wounded to move. That one.
Oh, that's good.
You look different.
He is paralyzed on 1 hit point.
Oh.
That one on the altar has been stabbed in the spine.
Oof. Okay. In hindsight, don't fucking move may not have been the kindest thing to say. Can I roll perception, see if there's anyone else hanging around here?
Yep.
I will. Yeah, I'll go and have a look. Like if I am allowed to move just up here and sort of peer around, but I can't.
There are more enemies to the south. We should be cautious.
I can see
When
more dragon cultists.
when Sen gets to this guy, he kind of leans over and looks down and goes, "What kind of designs would you like in your skull?"
Dragons.
Very well. Shall I kill him now?
You could like, I don't know, keep me
Go for
alive.
it.
That'd be nice.
Why?
I can give you information. Rhea goes, information would be helpful. We were
Very
here.
well.
Yeah, hopefully we will be able to figure out any other Cult of the Dragon names of important Cult of the Dragon members in the area would be.
I can see a dragon cultist straight down here from where I am.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of nick is he in?
I mean, difficult to tell from this distance, but he's not moving. He stood up, but he's not moving.
Okay. I'll head over to there and peer around and see what I can see of him.
Okay. Could I please have a perception check from there?
Oh, even worse than the first one.
Delwyn,
Ooh.
okay, yeah, that dragon claw is dead, and it has been impaled upon a spear to look like he's stood up. The tip of the spear juts out from the dead dragon claw's mouth.
He's
He is dead. We don't need to worry about him. There are still others that I had seen though.
Can I begin to desecrate? The
Oh, with
body?
the hang on a second. With the perception roll 22, you can also hear someone from down here, apparently doing some kind of ritual.
Hey, more enemies.
More enemies doing something like this. More magic. Something that should be stopped.
I'll be back for you. And I'll touch his face. And then
All right, Rhea will go and secure this one while she leaves you to deal with the others.
Do I? So, do I hear that you guys have said more enemies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, no time to desecrate the body. I'll just spit on it instead.
I'll also cast Shalila.
I
And
cast guidance on myself.
Okay, well, we'll go back into initiative order. And no surprise round this time.
Yep.
But Dagomir still goes first.
1, 2, 3. Ooh, what are they? There is.
So you can see in there another
dudes.
dead dragon cultist who has had his skull flayed, and the skull is currently being ground into a powder by the cultist that's next to him, and there is a skeleton stood guard essentially.
So I went from 15. I can't go over the borders. Presumably, I've got to go straight through there.
I'm afraid so. Yes,
That's fine. Okay, I can't quite reach him then.
I had to do a very rushed job on the.
That's chill. I will cast Sacred Flame at that guy.
Okay,
Dex save, please.
16.
No, that's a pass. Then I'm going to step back over to here.
Okay, Sen's turn.
5. This boy here
That's a
It's-
skeleton.
is wandering around,
Yeah.
and this man here.
That man there has apparently been doing something to the bones of this cultist. You're grinding the skull into a powder. Although he stopped that and has picked up a flail, but the head of the flail is a skull.
That is a desecration. And Sen will cast sleep. 22 HP. Does he have less than 22 HP?
He does.
He falls asleep.
Yes, he does.
I won't desecrate your bones, though.
Okay. Well, it's now his turn. Now it's the skeleton's turn.
Is the skeleton? I don't know. It's interesting because I assume he's the necromancer. He's the thingy.
And it's going to attempt to short sword stab you.
That's fair.
Natural 20
Yeah, that means.
for 8 piercing damage.
Thank God for false life.
How many are you on?
I'm on 5.
Nice.
If I hadn't had those temporary hit points, I'd be at -2.
Yeah.
Delwyn's turn.
Let's attack the skeleton.
That'll hit for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning damage, yeah.
That's 18 damage to this 13 hit point creature.
Is it really vulnerable? Jesus.
Yes, skeletons are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're not, I believe, resistant to piercing and slashing anymore, is that right?
Correct.
Because they used to be.
They're immune to poison, but so's fucking everything. Okay, the skeleton, most of the skeleton crumbles to dust,
Dear.
except for one long carved bone that looks like, gosh,
Doesn't look like my carvings, though, does it?
no.
Where in the body was it from?
Ooh, sorry, I need to scroll down to a different bit.
Manubrium.
I need to scroll all the way down. Come on, where's the bloody... it's an upper arm bone.
Humorous.
It's not that funny.
That's what I was waiting for.
Who
That's
took
terrible.
that, by the way? Because I was... Was that Mike?
Oh
That's
my
right.
God.
Thank you, yeah. I set him up, you knock him down.
Yes, that is a bone of animation. There should be a custom magic item for it in the Roll20 now. But all the enemies are either dead or unconscious or paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay, cool. Can I, before anyone else like rushes over here, can I come over to this guy? Is this loose ground?
Yeah,
Cool. I bury him alive
sure.
because I can use mold earth to just slowly just sink him into the ground.
It's fucked.
I take the
You-
bone.
He does not deserve honor.
You might know something, though.
It's down at the bottom like a deep hole. Make it deeper first. 10 foot down.
You bring him up,
No, I don't intend to, though.
he might know something.
Throw a stick at him, he'll wake up.
Sorry, is he... He's at the bottom of the hole. You haven't buried him. You haven't filled it in yet.
No, there's just
Oh, that's fine.
a 10 foot deep hole.
Sure. Yeah, Dag will jump down into the hole, I guess.
Okay,
I'll kick his weapon away and put manacles on him.
okay.
Gently, so as not to wake him.
hmm
I'll take the flail. That's metal as fuck.
Bit cultisty in nature.
This is a necromite of Merkel.
Where do I name it? Is
Roll,
Merkel-
everyone
Merkel-
roll a religion check. Zados has advantage. And an easier DC. Oh,
It makes sense that
Still-
Sen knows.
Ah, that one.
okay, so Sen's the only one who knows.
Yeah.
You've just fought the Cult of the Dead 3.
Yeah.
The combined cult of all three of them are Bane, Baal,
Bane,
and
Baal, and
Merkel. Lords of the
Murder, treachery, and death.
tyranny rather than treachery.
Oh, it's tyranny. Yeah,
Bane is
tyranny.
tyranny, Baal is murder, Merkel is just death.
is death, yeah. But not good death,
No.
like Calamvor or I forget what the other one is. This is bad death.
Okay. The I'm gonna slap the guy awake.
That's. Ugh.
Oh Christ! I just completely smashed the mini blocks.
Oh no.
That I
Um,
that'll teach me to act. Hang on, I've got to find all the bits. And that's it. Yeah. What does he do when he comes round with a 6'5", 200-pound lizard man staring at his face?
Spits in your
7.5.
face.
and a 7.5-foot dragon born staring at him from 10 foot above. That's it.
I'll stand up, and then call up to Sen and say, "Fill it in a bit."
I go with glory to my lord.
No, your lord is dead.
He flips you the bird.
Cover his face in dirt.
He greedily swallows it
Mm,
and very quickly suffocates.
doesn't take long.
No, if he's not fighting it and actively encouraging it.
Can we just pause a second while I deal with something?
Sure. While Joe deals with that, I'm going to go pee.
Is Sen okay if I take the bone?
I need to see what does it do.
You can basically get a friendly skeleton once a day.
Oh, okay. So it's not actual skeleton. Which Sen didn't know. If he knows what it does, like knows how it actually works. If it's not actually a person under that, then he's fine with it.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Fun fact: you've defeated everyone, so I can tell you this now. If you'd have blundered in blindly, so if you'd not found the creek and not found the path and just wandered aimlessly through the forest, you'd have eventually stumbled upon an owlbear nest.
Ooh.
But you know, the DC was super easy, so it's more like if all of you would have had to have failed that check, or have made the decision to just traipse randomly through the forest. But as an alternative, if you'd have wandered blindly into this area, following the path, but just run straight in, then it would have alerted everyone. And then that would have also alerted a nearby owlbear, which would have come in and attacked the blood-covered cultists.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah, sorry. Delith's apparently still in every day now at school,
Ugh.
even though they closed. Well, even though the order has come out to close, so yeah, it's not good. Sorry, when the cultist sort of has been under the soil for a couple of seconds, I'll pull him out again by the chest.
See a gleam of madness in his eyes. I will go to my lord. You will not be far behind.
We'll see about that. What are you doing here? What were your plans?
My plans? Murder.
I think I'll punch him in the face. Can I roll intimidate?
Sure. Roll intimidate.
Yeah.
Roll an attack roll.
Yeah. I will. Yeah. Do like subdue. I'm not gonna like damage him. I'm just gonna like strike him. Natural 20. Yeah. And I'll say to him, "You might be going to see your god, but we can always take you back and throw you in prison, or we could, do you your favor and kill you, so you can go and see your god. But first, you are going to tell me what I know." 23 on intimidate.
Oof.
You can go easily to your god, or you can go very hard. Wizard!
We were here for treasure.
Ah,
These dragon cultists, they've always got treasure. They were looking for
did you
more,
need wealth?
apparently, but no. The cult of the dragon, they were preparing some mini statues.
Do what?
They're in the, they're behind the altar, up above.
Yes.
Five little dragon statues.
And what were they intending with this?
Oh, I couldn't possibly tell you. I just don't know. And he's gonna try and headbutt you.
I'll take it on the chin, and I'll headbutt him back. How many of you are there? It's an easy question.
Hang on a second. It was a 14 to hit you with a headbutt.
No. No. I don't even think that hits my racial natural armor. So I'm literally just going to take that in the face and have him bounce off my flesh.
There were 4 of us.
That checks out, doesn't it, from the number we fought?
Yes, 4 we've dealt with, including our friend down there.
Red.
He headbutts you again.
Yes. I am going to eventually step out of range of the headbutting, and he is manacled as well, so he's rolling with disadvantage.
I have an idea.
Yes,
He wants to go to his god, Merkel.
he
Why
does.
not simply induct him into a different religion so he's denied this choice?
Go for
He
it.
starts frantically headbutting you.
Yeah, no. I have moved out of headbutt range.
Okay, in that case, he's headbutting the earth.
Oh, it's very soft, isn't it? I make it deliberately softer. It's like a pillow.
Like a nice, fine sand.
Okay, he starts braining himself on the manacles now.
I'm going to punch him unconscious.
All right, roll to hit with advantage because he's manacled
Yeah.
and prone.
3 damage.
Oh, he's on
You're-
1 hit point.
I'll follow up with my bonus action on arm strike then.
Okay. Wait, hang on. Your bonus action isn't the bite,
No, I can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
right? Yes, of course, because you're using fisticuffs.
11.
What you needed.
He's a wriggly, this one. Yeah, I'll just knock him unconscious.
Okay, yeah, he's unconscious.
What do you want to do with him?
Like I said, find a cleric to absolve him.
Nah.
Make him somebody Kalimvor would love to see him, I imagine.
I'm a cleric.
Are you a cleric of Kalimvor? You don't
No.
seem the type.
No.
There's too much living in you. I'll have him.
I'm going
I'll-
to take that as a compliment.
I'll make some stairs so you can get out. And then the ground just turns into stairs.
Rhea.
She's up with the dragon cultist in the central area.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go and find her in a second. Yeah, I'll get out the hole. We'll just leave him in there for the moment.
Why don't we just drag him? Rare.
Yeah, we do that. We'll pull him out.
Can I make like a caterpillar of dirt? It's very slow, I imagine, but it will move him. Like,
Very slowly, yeah, but I mean, he's not waking up anytime soon. In the
Come
meantime,
on.
I can tell you guys if anyone is looting, I can tell you what loot you can get.
Yep.
So the dragon cultist on the spear
Yep.
is wearing a silver ring with the insignia of Tiamat on their right hand, and the ring is worth 15 gold pieces. Sen.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an Arcana roll,
Sure.
and Dagomir can give me a religion roll.
18.
Religion.
Yep.
I'm bad at that. How long
Well,
is
I mean,
this?
Sen
how
has,
long-
Sen has already got it. What that
Yeah.
necromite of Merkel was attempting to do was to bind the spirit of the slain Dragonclaw to a wax skull that he had.
Ah.
That's what he was grinding into, grinding the actual skull into a paste and then applying the paste to a wax skull.
Right.
But also there are 5 miniature painted statues depicting a red, a black, a white, a green, and a blue dragon. There's a small crate that they were being packaged into. Each statue weighs about £5 and is worth 25 gold pieces. So that's a
Nice.
total of 125. And there was, of course, that bone of animation.
Which I've let.
hmm The Fist of Bane in the previous, in the first area that you went into, is wearing chainmail and carries a shield, both of which are marked with the symbol of Bane.
I'll take the chainmail and the shield if need to be. If no one else wants them.
Both night blades, each was carrying a potion of healing and a rose.
Is the rose a holy symbol of
No, it appears to be a magical rose.
Oh.
What does do?
It glows in the presence of a Baal spawn.
Is it
Oh.
glow?
It is not glowing.
I like that.
I'd imagine they'd shit themselves if that happened.
Yeah, I'll between the weird dirt caterpillar, which is off-putting, and Dag will drag the cultist back over to Rhea. Captain, found this one.
Marvelous. That's a bit of a bonus then, I guess, isn't it?
They were hunting the dragon cultists. They thought they had treasure.
Yes, well, this one, and she points to the one on the table, had a letter from one Varam. Apparently this Varam is in Baldur's Gate, planning to raid a public bathhouse.
What for?
Doesn't say. What for? I don't know. I'm just a lowly grunt who's just here to package up this stuff and transport it into Baldur's Gate.
Is this old school kind of like dragon loot from the Well of Dragons kind of thing that they're?
This seems to be the stuff that you've got. Seems to. You don't imagine it's been in circulation in the last 10 years.
So it's got a bit of dust on it, or it might be sort of.
The dragon statues look like they might actually be newer than 10 years.
Yeah, I'll talk to the paralyzed guy, saying, you know where these guys were based?
Not 100% sure. No, I mean, might have something to do with that bathhouse. That was the impression I got from Varam.
Right. Okay. Rhea, what do you want us to do with these two? Kill them?
No. This one's been cooperative. We should. This one's also pledged to start a new life somewhere else, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no. I bet if this is what being a dragon cultist gets me, I want no part of it. I can't feel my legs. I can't
you
feel
need
my
them?
legs. Yes. Yes, I need them. I need to.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'll go live with my cousin in Fandolin. I'll start a new life up there.
Ah,
I don't care.
it's a pity.
Can we? No, sorry. Okay.
It's a pity your skull would have been very nice with dragon motifs.
What about this one? Doesn't seem as cooperative as him. I'll point to the manacled lunatic.
Caterpillared on the ground.
Sorry, his face wasn't like that when we found him.
I'll let it slide this time.
Oh no, it was mostly him.
Well, at least now he can't do any further damage to himself. Let's bring him back with us. Could possibly interrogate him about what the Cult of the Dead 3 were doing here.
Very well. Rhea,
Yes?
how many of the bodies may I have?
I think I'll just leave you to that.
Ah, good. All of them. But the horse, it can't carry that much.
I'll take your wolves off you.
Human bodies are better. Yes, I'll take 2 of them.
Yeah.
The horse can carry that much.
Okay, right. She pulls out a healing potion and pours it down the throat of the cultist who's paralyzed.
Yeah. Which that does
All
not
right.
fix.
Fandolin, remember? Yes, miss. He gingerly gets up and then hobbles off and unsteadily starts making his way north.
He can still walk.
Thanks to the healing potion.
Sure.
Waste of a good potion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rhea's a good girl. Anyway,
Yeah, Dag will look a bit sort of like.
people can change, and I have to believe that people can change.
Senna is going around the bodies and examining the bones and seeing which ones has the best ones.
Sure.
I don't know what Senna's eventually going to do with those bodies, but I suspect it's going to be a pineapple.
You see that conjures images of a bone pineapple.
The thing is, it's like you have to get it from the state it's in to the beautiful state that he got it to. So there's a process there. How much you want to know about that process is up to you.
When you say Delwyn leaves the room,
Do you want to watch?
No.
This is fine.
Zig will help, but Dag will help. Yeah. Okay.
okay. Sen, you've got 5 minutes, and then we're gonna head out again.
Very
Is it just the
well.
bones you need?
Well, the process takes hours to remove the fleshy bits. So I take the bodies with me.
Okay, Rich.
Good.
I'm skirting the edge. There was a particular episode of Dirty Jobs that even I had to go, that's grim.
What, Mortician?
No, it was so they're like display pieces for animals, and it's the one time Mike Rowe has gone, nope, nope, and he's done some bad stuff.
And that's what you based a character concept on.
Yeah, basically, more or less. Well, and some other art that was quite pretty.
Yeah, but still, you based a character concept on a nope moment.
Yeah, essentially.
See, that is who I want to be.
You're playing jump rope with the nope rope.
It was apparently the smell that did it. Like, it was so bad.
What, from
and he was wearing a full gas mask and everything. It was just getting straight through it. And he was like, no.
Lovely.
Anyways.
So you're given 5 minutes before Rhea ushers you on.
Cool. Yeah. Then wraps the body. He's very like when he wraps the bodies. For the ball cultists who aren't, like crazy death weirdos, he's very reverent with them. He like treats them well, like in the way that like a priest would, kind of thing. And he wraps them up and he's very careful with them, and he carries them along with him. It's not disrespectful in any way.
That's nice. Weird as shit, but nice.
I don't understand. It's very normal where I'm from.
Yeah, the is it Baal?
Mm.
The Baal cultist. Could you perhaps be a little bit more disrespectful when you're transporting them? I don't think they deserve the respect you're giving them.
The dead deserve respect no matter what, unless they are abusing the dead. And I saw no such evidence of such things with these two.
What isn't that?
They're all from a poison stock, in my opinion.
But in death they serve again, or will.
Well, as long as they don't serve Baal, I'm happy.
No, they won't.
Oh, excellent then.
Will they, sir?
I seem actively happier at this news.
So yeah, eventually Rhea starts shuffling you guys out of the clearing. You make your way back through the woods and make your way to the horses.
Horse is still there?
Horses are still there.
Good.
The disturbed earth has not been disturbed any further than the last time you were here.
Yeah.
I dig up the two wolves and say, there you go. And then put the two bodies on my horse.
Yeah.
You mount up. You're about 20 minutes away from Elturel at this point, and you start riding back.
Yes.
Then as you're riding there, you're about 10 minutes out by this point, and the ground rumbles.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And then everything goes pitch black.
This is fine.
And then you realise that there is still light from the regular sun, but the companion appears to have turned black. And the sudden, as you were going towards it, the sudden absence of the light from there made you go, night blind for a bit. But your eyes adjust relatively quickly, and you can see the companion is now a sphere of black energy above Elturel, and blue lightning is crackling around it.
I wonder if that's a good sign or not. Fuck.
Don't think so.
Sorry.
Lightning is arcing off the companion, striking the ground. The cries of horrified citizens and children fill the air, and Rhea starts urging her force forward at a fast rate because something is obviously wrong. And then she dips down. You guys presumably following along behind. Dip down out of sight. You hear the cries of horrified citizens and children, and then you are all thrown from your horses as the ground bucks beneath you. Rhea, you hear the sound of rending earth. You clamber up to the top of the rise, and you can see a crater where Elturel once stood. The companion is gone. Elturel is gone. and there's just a crater with flames here and there. And a scorched rainbow scarf flutters helplessly in the wind
No.
and lands in front of Rhea, who has dropped to her knees. No, Elturel is no more. And that's where we're going to call it for the evening.
Okay. Well done.
Um,
Go.
yes. Sorry, I feel I've missed something really. You kept referring to the companion. What was the companion?
The second son.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, that's fine. Well, I mean, it's not fine.
Is it
but
fine?
It makes a lot more sense.
It-
I thought I'd missed something really.
The
obvious.
sun turned black, shot lightning out, and a city vanished.
Why?
Seems fine.
Why the comment about the rainbow scarf? Just so brutal.
Because that's what it says right there on the module.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh,
Oof.
So pick this up next week
Yeah.
yeah.
after a 20-day time skip.
Uh,
Everyone gains 300 XP.
Hey.
Isn't that enough to level? It is enough to level.
How do we work that out? Sorry.
You gain 300 XP each, and you just go into the character builder, and you should have the opportunity to put in 300 XP somewhere. I've never leveled up using XP in D&D Beyond, so you'll have to work this out for yourselves.
Oh, I've changed the advancement. I had the advancement type as stone.
GG.
If you have it set to XP, if you
Yeah.
see on the right hand side, there's like a show sidebar button. There's a button that says manage experience, and you can just do.
Oh, I'm a bard now.
I need to add the thing. I'm level 2. I got my arcane tradition now. Guess what it is?
Evocation.
No.
Illusion.
Divination.
Necromancy.
Well, that seems totally out of character for you.
He's right, though. I do have lovely bone structure.
You do. You'll make a wonderful skeleton in one day.
So I believe Rich gets his druidic circle. Dag has already gotten a cleric, but now also is taking a level in bard.
I am a bard now, yes.
Mike, if Zados is going to be taking another level in fighter, then I don't believe you get the archetype until 3rd level.
Yeah, that's 3rd level.
And Brad gets his
Arcane.
arcane discipline.